sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take a family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. As we talk outdoors the next 90 minutes, the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program. Show number 497. Yes, we're closing in on that magic marker, so to speak. And, of course, this is second Saturday, which it means regular time for RW, Ron Wong. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, John. It is a little bit of a wet day in the neighborhood today, but that's okay.
We're fine here. And, of course,
the fish don't mind.
The fish don't know it's raining, and the ducks don't matter either, and waterfowl. And, of course, he mentioned John, and that is our man, John Gordon. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Larry.
Glad to have you back. John was a little sick for a while there, and back on the job, back at DU as a communications specialist there for DU. And let's see, how long you been there now?
Closing in on 2 years, Larry. End of this month. I think it's
closing on 2 years.
October is my anniversary date.
Wow, man, that just doesn't seem possible. Of course, it doesn't seem possible. We've rolled out 497 shows since 2001 in August of that year, and y'all got to get ready. October 31st, and, Halloween is appropriate. We will celebrate show number 500. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that as we get along through today's show. But we are going to have some prize packages from some of my favorite folks in the outdoor industry who have been part of this show for many, many years. And I'm talking about some big-time folks out there have already started sending in these prizes. You can go to lroutdoors.com. It's right there on the home page. It's really simple of how to enter the contest. And a chance to win either an adult prize, 2 of them, for men and women, and also a prize for youth. And we are still putting together those prize packages, and but I will say that we will be announcing that as we go along, but be sure and mark October the 31st as we celebrate that. And I will give you one hint that the original co-host for that show, Ronnie Shannon, the one and only Ronnie Shannon, and Gene Smith, our pun master. I'm trying to set it up. They will be part of that show. But, hey, guys, I know as Ron talked about a little wet weather out there and everything, I really thank both of y'all for setting up guests on today's show. First, John, we're going to come right in just a few minutes with Jane Lawson. And John, you tell us a little bit about Jane and why is she on the show today?
Well, Jane Lawson is one of the integral pieces to our merchandising team. She's been a DU employee for 19 years. So she's been around here in this building a long time, a lot longer than I have. And she and her team, they select the artwork and the merchandise that we offer at our banquets. So it's a big-time job, but that gives her a unique insight into waterfowl artwork.
Yes,
She's
it
been
does.
Working with that for a long time. So
yes.
that led to her being nominated to be a federal duck stamp judge this year.
Wow.
And she's one of 5 in the country.
One
and,
of 5.
And she did that. So she was one of the people that selected the federal duck stamp, which was, it's a big honor for her and a big honor for DU.
Well, we're going to talk to Jane if everything works right on the very first segment of today's show. And then, Ron Wong, you always come up with some interesting guests, and I don't know if anybody can more interesting than the fellow you got on the show that we will talk to a little bit later. And who's that going to be?
Wally Marshall, Mr. Crappie.
Mr. Crappie himself. Yes. And what will he be talking about?
He's going to be talking about the Mr. Crappie Expo that's going to be held at the end of this month at Branson, Missouri.
Yes.
And it is going to have a total purse of $200,000 to the anglers. There'll be a 3-day expo. And, of course, Wally's going to talk about all of this. And the world's largest free crappie fry.
And
I got to tell you something. I experienced that last year, and I can't wait to get there again. And of course, I'm going to have a bunch of pictures.
Yes.
From that.
And
on lroutdoors.com.
Well, and that's coming up. And, of course, we had Wally on earlier when we kind of broke the announcement about that. It was in Hot Springs last year, did really great. And then 45,000 people in Hot Springs. They may double that in Branson this year, and Ron will be there. So there's you a tease about 2 of our guests, and then we're going to throw in a little bacon up. Now you're going to say, "Wow, what is that?"
Hey, I got to tell you something.
That's good stuff.
That's some mighty fine stuff.
It is, and we're going to give away some of that, not only to Ron, who wants some of it, but
oh gosh, I've used all mine up.
Yeah, we're going to get.
I had a gallon of it.
Well, we're going to get some more.
I actually had 2 gallons, and I've already used it up.
Well, we're going to talk to David Bismeyer. He is with Better in Bacon's Bacon Up out of Texas, Allen, Texas. You folks know we're getting ready to start the deer season. Everybody's going to want to know what's happened so far. Chronic waste disease in our 11 counties in West Tennessee. Well, Jeremy Dennison's going to come on. He is the CWD Region 1 field coordinator for the TWRA and been with the agency 19 years. And he's going to come up, and then we're going to close it out with something that I know is special to all of us, really to John Gordon in the video that DU put together for our late friend Wade Bourne. And so we're going to talk in the final segment with Sally Burchett. She is the Natural Resources and Programming Manager for Montgomery County Parks and Recreation in Clarksville. And on October the 24th, they're going to dedicate that new Wade Bourne Nature Center. And, John, I can't wait to be there. I know they're going to have to show that video, aren't they?
Yes, Larry, I sent them a file on it, and so they've got it, and I think they're going to be playing it on a loop there so folks can check it out.
Yes, yeah.
I was there and saw the center under construction last year. It's going to be really nice.
Yeah, I've looked at it. Our good friend Larry Richardson has sent that, and Sally sent some photographs of it. It's an amazing facility. It just doesn't seem possible. It's been 4 years this December 15th since Wade passed away of a heart attack and had touched so many people. 3,000 articles he had written. He'd been with DU for the DU TV host and everything else, John. I mean, he was hip. He was joined at the hip with DU.
Yeah, Wade was a big part of Ducks Unlimited Media. Not only the TV show, but he wrote, I'm not even sure how many articles he wrote in DU Magazine. It was a bunch.
Yeah.
But Wade was a fantastic waterfowl hunter and a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
And I was really pleased to be able to put that film together and really give the audience a little insight into who Wade Bourne was.
Great job. And, of course, look forward to seeing Becky and Hampt and Haley and the family up there on October the 24th. That's at 2 o'clock, and we'll be talking more about that with Sally later on. But I had a question, Ron. Somebody asked me, said, what's all this rain going to do to fishing, say, come next week? I mean, we're going to get some pretty good rain yesterday and today. What's that going to do?
Well, it's going to raise the water just a little bit, and it's not a cold rain, so
yes,
water temps are going to stay pretty well what they are now. And some of your big lakes like Pickwick, Kentucky Lake, Sardacina, Grenada, your water temps are in the lower 70s. And some of your private ponds and some small lakes, residential area lakes, the water temp's going to be in the mid-70s. Pretty well stays the same. However, with the fresh water, it's going to put nutrients into the water.
Yes.
Water's going to rise just a little bit in the grass. Your bait fish will go to the grass, so your game fish will do the same. They're going to be moving up shallow, much like they have been doing over the last couple of weeks because of the cold spells that we've had.
Yeah, we had the cold spells, and it warmed up and everything.
And so it's, and the fish are going to be good. They're going to start biting pretty well.
Ooh, yeah.
And going shallow. I have heard reports of a lot of keeping size crappie. Now, understand that's 12 inches on the I-55 lakes.
Did you say keeping size or eating size? So
well, keeping size, you got to have them at least 12 inches.
Yeah, and you got to eat them too. That's
and they're catching a lot of the keepers.
That's what
on the I-55 lakes, and I got to tell you something. You get 15 of keeping crappie, which is 12 inches.
Yeah,
that's a lot of big meals, and they're biting very, very well now. They're starting to move up.
And I'm ready. I
caught some not too long ago down at Grenada.
I'm ready.
And we were only fishing 4 feet deep.
I'm ready.
Using chartreuse and pink crappie magnets on
I'm
a
ready.
16th-ounce jig, so it was well.
I'm ready.
It's doing well.
I'm ready to take a break now. He's got me talking about food already, about the crappie. All right, let's take a break. On Outdoors with Larry Ray Shelby Bacall as our show producer. Going to come right back and talk to a person who was pretty big honor to be one of the 5 judges for the federal duck stand. So let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and be right back.